Hello, my name is Jean, and I am a knitter. And I've decided I'm going to start posting videos on YouTube to track my progress from relatively experienced knitter to certified master of hand knitting through the Knitters Guild of America. I've been knitting since, the mid-70s, if not earlier. I've worked in yarn shops. I have an extensive knitting history. I have designed my own sweaters, and some of them I like, some of them I don't like. The first time I ever steeked a sweater, it was cotton. And I put it on a sewing machine and sewed a few times and just hacked my way through it. It turned out very well. It's one of my favorite sweaters to wear. And it is also a sweater that I designed myself. And the colors aren't quite what I would want because I bought the yarn on sale and the yarn shop was getting rid of everything that they had left in that particular cotton yarn. So I did not have a good choice of colors. You use what you got. I had heard about the TKGA Certified Master Program several years ago, and I looked at it and thought about it, and then went, nah, not now. And I've decided I really would like to go for that. So I joined the Knitters Guild of America, and I started poking around on the website, and there's an amazing amount of information available for knitters on the website once you have paid the very modest fee for an annual membership. I was able to identify some very specific articles that would cover some of the things I would need to do to become a certified master hand knitter. Many of these were things I already knew, but it's something that happens in 3 stages. The first stage is I have to knit a series of swatches that indicate mastery of the basic techniques, casting on, simple knitting, binding off, doing decreases, doing increases, very specific. This is not simplistic. Their standards are actually quite high, but it is the basics. And that is stage 1, and I will start on stage 1 shortly. There are also monthly meetings, which are held about an hour away from my home in the state of Wisconsin. And I attempted to go to the first meeting. Based on the information that was on the national website, I had an address and I had a time. So I did my little mapping and testing and figured out, okay, yeah, I'm going to be able to get there in about 1 hour and 1 minute. So if the meeting starts at this time, I need to leave at that time, and I struck out for the meeting. Yay me! Unfortunately, the national website had not updated, and the local meeting was not held where they thought it was. The local meeting was held someplace completely different, so I was very frustrated in that I drove 2 hours maybe and some change, made several phone calls, and was not able to find the meeting at all. And when I was able to contact a guild member, she very politely sent me a text with all of the information that I needed that was nowhere near what the national website had. And she said, well, we sent them that, they just haven't updated. So I'm not mad at the local guild. I'm kind of not thrilled with the national, but things do slip through the cracks, and there's only one guild meeting held in the state of Wisconsin, and lucky me, it is fairly close. Oh, drat, I just dropped a stitch. Well, I picked it up again. I just have to rescue it. The guild meeting will go on next month, and I anticipate attending, where I will meet face to face and in person the members of the Wisconsin Knitters Guild of America. I'm looking forward to it. What I have also been doing to prepare for this grand task, I'm not a person who likes to stash a great deal of materials, so I don't have a lot of stuff on the needles or stashed, and I have been working to complete projects, so I am not torn between projects for the guild and projects for myself. I'm going to have to purchase yarn specifically to meet the guild's requirements. They want a light color yarn in, something DK or heavier for the most part. And I actually don't have any of that. I've got sock yarn, I've got yarn with the wrong texture, wrong color. I just don't own it. So I'm going to have to make sure I purchase a few skeins of the yarn that's going to meet the guild's standards. I've got so many sets of knitting needles. That's not something I am worried about. But I also didn't want to trouble myself with the strain of having divided attention. So I've been working on finishing things, and what I'm doing right this very minute is preparing a swatch so that I can practice a technique that I will need to use for the pair of socks that I have cast on. And yeah, I started this pair of socks and realized that the 1/1 cabling was not going to happen functionally because I wasn't very good at cabling with no needle. And I'll be honest, learning how to do something like that on sock weight yarn, not ideal. So I have some reference materials that I have dug up. I have books. I've found YouTube videos. I've found videos through a training website that I'm a member of, and I think I will be able to learn this technique and use it successfully to complete these socks, and I won't be struggling with it to get it done so that I can do the next swatch for the Knitters Guild. The Knitters Guild also warns that when I mail the swatches off, I should anticipate it taking some time for the critique to be complete and my swatches to be returned, because multiple people will be judging my samples. So I kind of like that. It means that I'm not at the whim of a single person. I have to meet standards that are the same across a group. You may be able to hear a bell in the background. That's my dog. He needs to be let out. But I think he can wait just a minute while I finish this. And then I was talking about being judged by multiple people, and I always found that to be much more fair than being judged by a single person, because one person may have a specific opinion and mark you down, while the Others don't have that same opinion and don't mark you down. I can go for that. I'm willing to wait. I don't know how long this entire process is going to take, but I'll try to keep posting videos and keep you guys up to date. In the meantime, cast on whatever you feel like and just knit happy.